Welcome back to my session. Let's take our date function a step higher. So let's say we have this data and we have these dates rather. Then you don't want your dates to show in this format. All you want it to show is the day. When I mean day, you want it to show in the form of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, down to Friday. That's the only thing you want it to show. So there are some formats in Excel. There are the inbuilt formats that you can format your date as, but there are sometimes you don't want the inbuilt format. You want your custom format. You want it to look the way you want it to be. Don't worry too much. Excel has created that platform for you where you can also change the format of your date. So now, this is the date that we have. All you need to do is you can just reference this cell. You would notice that it is still showing you in the form you don't want it to be. All you need to do is go to your number format. You can see there are several formats here than you can just allow your date format to look like, but still you don't want it to show like that. All you want is you want the day to show. You can just use the custom format. I'm using the custom format. All I need to do is clear this format that is here. Then I want it to show the day for me. I hit enter. Now you see that I'm only seeing Sunday. It is only Sunday that you can see, that you can then fill down. Same thing goes to day or month. So I don't want to see it in this format. All I need to do is I want it to be in this. I go to my format, custom. I want it to be in this format. So all I need to do is an M. That's it. Then I feel down. When you see this hash in a cell, it means the width of the cell is a bit shorter, or the cell content is not enough for the cell. So all you need to do is you can just double click the width, or you manually increase or decrease the width. Now I want this to do the same thing for the day, month, and year. I hit my control one. The control one is a shortcut for you to bring out the format cell. I want to use the custom format. Then I want it to be in format of, I can even decide I want it to show the number, hit my comma, then month is M, then the year is this. I don't want the full year. Okay. Then that's it. So you can manipulate your date in such a way you want it to suit you. So that's for the dates against the days. Now we have network days and network days.intl function in Excel. What does this network days do? So these functions are used to calculate number of working days between two dates, excluding weekends and when you specify holidays. So let's say we have these dates. We have January 1, 2023 and 31st of December 2023. So you want to know the number of working days that you would go to work in the year. So let's just do a simple calculation. So we know we have 52 weeks in a year. We have 52 weeks. So apparently it means weekends that we'll have is Saturdays, Sundays for the 52 weeks. So that'll be 104. So how many number of days do we have in a year? So we have 365 days in a year. Days in a year. So we have 365 days in a year. 365 days in a year. A simple calculation that we can do is just do the subtraction. So we have days minus the number of weekends. So we are meant to have 261 days, working days in a year. That's excluding weekend. So what it means is if the first working day of the year falls on a weekend, it won't calculate it. So now let's try this using our network days. So equals to network days. So the start date is days, hit your comma, then the end date is days. So when you hit your enter, so we are having 260. So it means there is a particular day that falls in the weekend. So ideally, you are meant to work for 260 days in 2023. That's working days, excluding weekends and holidays. So let's see if we are correct. For this to have given us 260, it means we have we have a did of good. You can see the first day of the year falls on a weekend, which is Sunday. So we are correct. So now let's say we want to consider holidays. Want to consider the holidays. If you look at the argument of network days, it requests you to input the start date, the end date, and holiday. When you see any argument in square brackets in Excel, it means it is optional. If you include it, your function will work. If you do not include it, your function will still work. So now, all we need to do is we want to consider the number of holidays that we have in 2023 so that we will know how many numbers of days are we going to work in 2023. So let's say we have our equals to network days, and this is my start date and my end date. So I want to consider my holidays. So these are the holidays. Let's say these are the holidays we have in a year. So all I need to do is select the holidays, I close my bracket, then enter. So in 2023, the number of working days, the number of days you're meant to work, go to the office and do your normal daily activities is 249 days. That's when you consider the holidays. So there are some countries where they don't work on, let's say, Friday and Mondays, Saturdays, Sundays, Tuesday, Wednesdays. So Network Days International is just an advanced function of network days. So what does this function do? It would allow you to pick a particular weekend that you don't want to work. So let's try this. I have my equals to net work days international. It requests for the start date. This is my start date, my end date. Now you can say weekends. So this considered weekends. So in some places they don't work on Saturday, Mondays, they don't work on Tuesday, Wednesdays. So you can specify the number of days that okay, these are the days we don't want to work. So here in Nigeria, we don't work on Saturday, Sundays. So I'll hit my one, comma, and then holidays. So these are the holidays that we have in a year. Then I hit my enter. So you can see still the same thing. So we have 249 days. So let's assume you work in a company where you would go on an annual working leave of 27 days. So, how would you know that, okay, this is the total number of days I'm meant to work in a year? So, all you need to do is equals this. Okay, let's say you have number of working annual leave. Annual leave. Your annual leave is 27. Your annual leave is 27. So you want to know how many days would you use to work in a year? All you need to do is subtract days from your annual leave, 27. So you know you have 222 working days in a year. So what if your boss wants to target you on a monthly basis and your boss wants to consider your annual leave also? Your boss might just decide, okay, 222 days in a year, let me divide this by 12 so that it will be easy for me to target this person on a monthly basis. All I need to do is just do this, then divide it by 12. So I know averagely I'm meant to target you on 18 days in a month. So if your boss would want to consider your annual leave, your holidays, and the weekends in a year, and your boss wants to target you, averagely your boss will target you on 18 days. Kindly hit the subscribe button for more. Thank you.